As we look back, beyond the four souls already in play, we return to the lab, where four others will find their journey is about to begin. This week on WeTogether, a rude awakening and a missing link. Are you guys ready?
Let's go.
I was born ready.
Yeah.
So, we will start this session right where we left off. And I'm going to ask each of you to roll initiative.
Yay. And for anyone listening at home, the person that, or the dice, the D20 that chose to be my friend today is red shimmery dice with some gold letters, baby. And it was a nat 20 when I rolled all of my dice at the same time. So that's why he said, we're going to be cool today.
We're friends!
I got an 18.
18. What'd you get, Bish?
It's a 20, right?
Yeah, D20.
First roll, baby.
Let's get it.
For the listeners at home. Oh, go ahead.
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 and an 18.
Yeah, man.
I got a 8.
Oh.
For those of you listening at home, I bought Jerry and Bishop some dice because they've been rolling fucking digital dice, and you know nobody deserves that cruel fate. So I bought them dice, and I bought them themed dice to their characters, and then when they got them, they swapped. So they're using each other's dice, which is fucking both adorable and fucking stupid at the same time.
We love to see it.
Maybe if you weren't sitting in pitch darkness, you would have a better time.
I have a TikTok light, okay?
Get some glasses, bro.
Sebastian, we had done predictions of who would roll their first nat 20 in this like beginnings, and I'm wondering if the other group has rolled one yet.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll see who has the first nat 20 of this group.
I can tell you who it's not going to be. Ryan.
Because he is not present.
Yes, Ryan is not present for this game and a couple games. He just recently got a job as an EMT. We are all very proud of him. He's out there actually being a hero while we sit here and make believe. And
he's on the way. He's
on the way. He'll be here in a couple, we'll probably get through 5 or 6 sessions before he joins, but he'll be here soon. Now, who got the dirty 20? It was Leah. So you are the only one who is kind of like coming to enough that your eyes are starting to open. The rest of you are still in that like dark place, surrounded by that pain and that hissing and that beeping. And Leah, you open your eyes just long enough to see a kind of mossy, brown-haired human woman looking into what appears to be a cylinder that you're just floating in. It's not water, because when you move your arms through it, it's like viscous. It's like almost like a mucus membrane. As you kind of open your eyes and you see a man behind her with just jet black hair, just kind of lean down. He's an elven man, jet black hair, just leans down. They're starting to wake up. Reapply the anesthesia. And you just hear a... Yeah, get it out. Get it out. Yeah. Get it out. Is it out of your system? Are you good? Yeah. Don't you keep laughing. I'll make you roll a con save. Anesthesia can be deadly, you know. As you hear the hissing, once again, your vision starts to blur and your eyes close. All 3 of you fall into a deep slumber once again, only to be reawoken with error, life pod systems down, releasing subjects, and you start to hear a as all three of you start to feel your body weight start to come back as you're lowered, and this viscous liquid just being drained. As it starts draining, you guys kind of like open your eyes, blink a couple times, get a view of your surroundings. Where once was a active laboratory with several lab-coated figures running around and that mossy brown-haired woman that Leah remembers, now it is empty. And it looks as if this room has been completely ransacked. Tables turned over, desks turned over, monitors, which in this world are just like thin pieces of plexiglass that project a image onto them. Broken, cracked, and in the desk closest to the pods that you're exiting, one of the drawers is open, has a keypad on it. And it appears that someone has left that drawer open as the door to the laboratory at the far end of the laboratory, wide open. And above it, spinning ominously, is a red light. No other lights are on. It's dark except for this red light just spinning. As the liquid fully drains and you hear life pod draining complete. Now releasing. As the glass starts dropping down, Leah, as the person who rolled the highest in initiative, you look to your left and immediately are met with the ass cheeks of a giant bear man. Now, all of you are unclothed, but wearing underwear. So you would see like this tight boxer brief over his matted hair. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with Leah. As the walls of your tank are coming down, we're going to do a brief description of your characters. So you look to your left, you see the bear man. He turns, looks at you. What does he see?
Sorry. So, basically, like, upon seeing the cheeks, she does like a little squeak. She goes like,
Discord ate that.
What about this one?
Also ate it.
No. All right.
You're going to have to squeak at a low voice.
Squeak.
That's perfect. I think Discord got that one.
All right, bet. It sounds exactly like that. No
squeak.
Cap, no adjustment.
What the fuck was that?
And as he would like turn to see what's making that noise, he would see a 2'7" halfling girl. She's got like a delicate like porcelain skin. She's got like a short hair. It's purple. She's got these bright green eyes. She's got the pointy like halfling ears, and she's got this like utility jacket on. Looks kind of like functional, and she looks like darting eyes, trying to make sense of her surroundings. Upon looking at the ass cheeks, I've got this hairy bear in my face. I look down, I'm in my underwear. It's essentially like little tank top, little like boy shorts. She's like, and she like, oh wait, eep. She's like, eep. I could tell Discord ate it again. She like covers her bits and she looks around like eyes darting frantically. Little 2'7" halfling Leah, and she goes like, "Oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing here, and I don't know what's going on. What is this? What is that? Hello."
So while this
Excuse me,
halfling
sir.
is having a conniption, Jerry, can you give us a head to toe of Jebidiah and his reaction to this game? We're not going to move forward, but you can give your initial reaction to this little halfling girl.
So Jebidiah would have awoken from this hibernation, so to speak, and immediately would have sniffed the air. Is it possible to get a sniff?
Oh yeah, give me a perception check, bud.
You said perception, right?
Yes, sirree. That's a
That's a
smell.
dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, you would be hit with the overwhelming and nauseating smell of blood.
Oh God. Mm, and then I just turn around and I see this little halfling girl, and I'm like, "Where are your clothes? Where are my clothes?"
Give us a top down.
So, he's about 6'9", so he's like 7 of you.
It explains why I was face to butt.
Yeah. He has like dark black eyes, but with like yellow pupils. Big old boy, 420 pounds plus.
Damn.
Which is actually not even that big for a bear. We looked it up.
Yeah, we were going 6'9", 420 pounds. You know, the
69, 420.
yeah,
boy.
You'd also see
Bishop Sigma face is way too good.
Oh,
you'd also see a giant pirate tat on his like right shoulder, almost like the Jolly Roger.
ooh.
And it has like the letter B tattooed in it as well. It's like in that.
And you can see it because it's on top of a scar, so there's no fur there.
Yeah, it's like it's a giant like cut, a wound that I had tattooed over. Yeah.
Oh, damn. Upon this bear man being like concerned about both of our clothes, Leah like is a little bit less intimidated by his initial physique and cheek. So she's literally just like processing, addressing that they're both in the same situation, and starts to like try and like regulate herself. Best way to know how for her anyway is to snack. So she's gonna try and see if she can create a little snack to start munching on.
You 100% can try. As Jebidiah is watching this halfling kind of like reset, like hyperventilate and like down from a very panicked breathing to a little bit more steady, you just, as you kind of turn to just get your bearings, you have to do something you are not often used to doing. You look up, and standing in the pod next to you, in all of his glory, at 7'4", you see a tiefling man. Give us that top down there, Bishop.
He looks fucking pissed, first and foremost. Generally, every time he wakes up,
7'4".
he is pissed. Yeah, he's about 380 pounds of raw red skin meat,
Whoa.
scarred from the chest, the face, the legs, everywhere. He's got lash scars on his back, teeth marks in his knuckles. When he comes out, he kind of has to duck in a way out of the pod, and his biceps and his shoulders kind of can't fit if he's like doing it straight forward. So he has to kind of tilt to the side. He kind of just looks at you two, and then looks at the door that's wide open and starts walking towards it.
What in tarnation? What the devil is that?
You can take it away now, Danny.
Looking at these two dudes, like enormous people, I'm like, am I in the wrong room? Why would I be categorized in the same group? We've got the muscles, and then we've got what? And then so she like creates the or tries to do the hand magic. Is it successful, or is the effects of the pod still
successful?
So you see, or you would see if you aren't leaving the room, as her hand starts to glow, she starts to formulate this like orangey, crunchy, puffed corn snack, which is called Eatos in Iris Luna. It's like one of her favorite snacks. She just immediately.
Does it have a smell? Because
it smells like
with
a
that 20 perception roll that I
synth
had.
cheddar powder.
So the bear just is like interested as fuck in the cheddar cheese puffs, obviously. Oh, where'd you get those? Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've had them in the store before, but this is also like my own recipe. Would you like to try? This is a Edo.
Yeah, I just like. You ever tried to feed a bear at the zoo?
Oh no! First of all, don't feed the bears. There's a sign. There's a clear sign.
Yeah.
Don't feed the bears.
But like when you were at like field trips, you ever seen them feed a bear? And
that was the most southern shit I've ever heard. You ever feed a bear with your hands?
No.
What the fuck?
Can I do a perception check of what I see down the hallways from the front door?
Oh yeah, once you get there, yes. But this is all happening within seconds, right?
Okay, gotcha.
And you would hear something before you leave. A light, boom, 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 coming from behind you.
Perception check.
I mean, you could just turn around.
Turn around check.
Turn around check. As you turn, you see two pods with red lights, like kind of like on them. Like instead of like the green that you guys were in, there's like a red lighting. And in one of them, you see an elven man who just seems peacefully sleeping. In the other, you see this Triton woman wearing the same bra and underwear. Like you guys are all in this like uniform essentially. And her pod doesn't seem to be lowering. So she's banging on the glass and you hear, "Help me," which is what Tritons sound like. I just decided from
Can
underwater.
I go over and headbutt the glass. I have horns, bro.
Oh yeah, no, I know. You can, yes, you can certainly try.
I'm also walking over to after snacking and Edo walking.
I kind of like as I'm walking away, I kind of hear the noise and I turn to my right.
Can you say that into the mic? Sorry.
I turned to my right. Sorry, I actually turned to my right.
I
turned to my right and I kind of immediately notice the situation, notice a certain solution, and effectively try to solve the problem. So I'm gonna go over and start headbutting the glass.
So as that'll be a unarmed strike. As you hear, like you're eating the Edos with Leah, Jebidiah, you see, like you turn and you see the giant tiefling man turn back around and start walking back towards the tanks, where you now also see and hear this Triton woman banging on her glass.
I got a
Leah, you wouldn't see shit because you're behind a giant bear. What'd you say?
I got a nat 20.
Damn.
Your first like real
That's my
roll?
second one. That's my second one, really.
No, because you rolled initiative. That doesn't count. So your first real roll with your dice that are not even yours is a natural 20.
I'll show you. My camera will reach.
Oh no, I don't need confirmation, bro. I trust. I'm just saying, like, what the fuck?
That's Pog.
All right. It will critically succeed. So how do you want to do it, bud?
So he walks over, he looks at Jebidiah and Leah, and just kind of like, once they disgust, more disdain, like the lip kind of goes up, like, you're just fucking useless. You're just gonna stand there, kind of look. And he just looks at the glass, looks at it real hard, and sees a certain figure in the glass, and then headbutts it as hard as he can. The glass shatters, and all of the that word used earlier, viscous fluid comes out and swarms the bottom of the floor and kind of flows over our feet as I look at the person and kind of perceive who they are.
So as
Jebidiah and I are like wrapping up, like we're eating the Edos back and forth, I say to him, like,
maybe like make sure you put like one of them in your pocket. Save it for later. Trust me.
You're wearing underwear.
Jebidiah has this little secret. He has this little secret snack pouch, bro.
There is one pouch, and he just puts it in the nut pouch.
He just fucking stores it in his.
He just stores it in his nut pouch. He's a bear. Yeah.
I mean, really, storing is important, so I don't judge. Sometimes you gotta do it.
As her cheek is like packed with Edos.
Yeah, her cheek would be expanded. I love that we're 20 minutes into episode 1 and we already have redefined dick cheese. Love that.
I'd like
Love
Reach
that.
into the tank.
Love that you said it that way.
Yeah.
Reach into the tank, complete nonchalant face, serious. Grab this being by their shoulders, pull them out of the tank, and drop them on their feet and look at them and say, "Who are you?"
She is coughing heavily as she. Jeez.
He kind of just wipes it off his fucking chest.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm used to breathing underwater, not whatever that was.
As this person's talking, he looks at Jebidiah. He nods towards the other one.
As you look at the other glass, the second that you headbutt the glass and cause it to break, you hear a boop, boop, boop. Security protocols initiated, and a giant metal sheet just over the last tube.
Oh
As
boy.
the woman just goes, "Oh, thank you for that. Good save." She stands up and kind of gets her bearings, and as she looks around, looking at the laboratory, looking at you guys, with Leah nervously snacking and Jebidiah just kind of scratching his balls. As she looks, you wouldn't happen to know where we are, would you?
Do you know how to open that? He points at the other tank.
No, I'm afraid not. Last thing I remember, Never mind. She stands up.
No hacking clue.
We don't have time for small talk. We gotta get over there and open that one too. Are you guys useful for anything? He looks at Jebidiah and Leah.
I mean, that one looks a little locked to me. We might have to come back at a later date.
Might need to purchase some DLC.
I have these, and I'm gonna hold out one Edo to him, and I'm gonna say, I recommend putting it in whatever pocket you decide for later. They're like, yeah, keep it.
The size disparity between these two would be absolutely comical to see in real life.
It's in her hand. He would need like
It's like a
two
cat
fingers
to
to
me.
get it.
Literally. So she like kind of
In my
walks.
nut pouch.
I'm holding my hand up above my head.
Oh, it appears as if she's trying to give you some food. Do you want that?
He stares at Leah just like intently. And he takes it and eats it. And he walks over to the other tank. I'm just completely ignoring everything everybody's saying and just trying to figure this out.
I'm moving towards the hallway.
Yeah, she's
I
like
wanna
following
look
behind
around.
them. She's following behind them, holding one.
Put it in your pocket.
she
I
makes
need
another
Ryan immediately.
one.
What? What did you do immediately?
He said he needs Ryan immediately. He got left with the peanut gallery, and he's realizing that now. As you approach Squald, you notice that like this, you give it like a knock, gung gung gung. That thing is fucking sealed tight. Even if you wanted to try and blast it open,
Can I test from the bottom pulling up? Can I test if it's got a little wiggle room?
it has no lip. Like it appears to go directly into the base of this, so there's no lip to get underneath.
Is it bulletproof?
I love this line of questioning. Just so you're aware, all of you woke up with no equipment. It's still in your inventory.
I still remember you saying you're going to be the one to start off with a gun.
Yeah.
My gun.
You got shot. So
Fuck you. I would not like
that being said, the Triton woman kind of walks over to you at the tank. She just shakes her head. It's a shame, but we need to get out of here. Do any of you know the way out? She looks and sees Jeb kind of walking towards the hallway. As you get to the door, which is wide open, hands up. What's up, Danny?
I would like to try and see if I can figure out the way to go by trying to contact my friend, my bud.
Also not with you.
Cool.
Bro, I feel like I know who this person is.
No equipment means no equipment.
So, okay. So that means I don't have to use. Okay. Cool.
It means you don't have anything.
Because I have like something, I could cast something to try and connect with him. But you're saying don't even bother. So I'll save that.
Well, because you don't know where he is. I'm guessing there's a range on that thing you're trying to cast.
30 feet.
So if it's not on your person or in your immediate vicinity, then you'd be wasting a spell slot, right?
Damn. Or as they say, eep.
You can roll investigation and frantically look for your friend.
Can I please?
Yeah.
Bud, where you at?
When I get to like the hallway, do I see any like
Oh, we're gonna get to you.
Oh.
I rolled
Yeah.
a 16.
You're a grandmother. You search high and low. You see Leah frantically running under all of the desks, running like through them, trying to find something, and you are not successful. As the Triton woman walks over to the doorway where Jeb has now stood frozen, as the bottom of your feet immediately starts soaking up this clotted, cold liquid. As you realize why you had smelled blood. Trigger warning. Gore and violence. You have been warned. As you look out of the doorway, you see what appears to be several people. You can't really tell, though, because they are on the walls, the ceiling, and the floor. And the only half even resembling person is what appears to be a Union officer who has had half of his body blown off. And he's leaning up against a wall, just dead-eyed, staring at nothing, as the Triton woman approaches you. What's up?
Can I loot the body for a weapon?
You're not even in the hallway yet, so you would have to consciously choose to follow people. It's character growth.
It's
I really don't want to
grisly
leave this person
scene.
behind, but 'cause I have a hunch. But I'm just gonna go.
I have a hunch as well.
But I asked for help, and so.
Well, I don't think that there's anything that we can do at this current moment.
Should we all try and open it together? I mean,
Is anybody good at hacking?
I'm not. I got a +1.
So, oh, sorry, I can hear myself in Danny's mic. So, as you are still pondering this tank, Eve makes it to the doorway and lets out a, holy shit! What the fuck? As she's just like looking up at the ceiling, around, she's looking all around, and she looks at Jebidiah. Do you know what happened here?
It's a grisly scene, if I say so myself. I'm not quite sure, and I'm just kind of looking around the hallway. I'm like taking it in. Do I smell like gunshot residue? Like something that I would do? Is this like a explosion, or does this
No gunshot residue, no explosion. What I would like from you though is to roll survival.
I almost did digital.
Squald and Leah would finally get to the door at this point as well.
Yes.
I got a 14.
You do notice that the scent, there were people here recently that don't smell of death or blood. And they kind of smell like that liquid that you guys just came out of. And as you look at the floor and you follow it with your eyes, you can see several sets of footprints heading down the hallway to the right, which is also covered in blood, like someone had dragged a body across the floor. You just see a blood trail leading around the corner with pairs of footprints, bare footprints, walking in that direction.
Bare footprints.
Yeah, like B-A-R-E. Don't get excited.
Well, I'm gonna try and hack real quick before we move on then.
it requires you to have an interface. So you would either have to get into one of the broken computers that exists.
No, I'm saying we might have to get into the control panel. Like we have to be actively looking out for a control
and
panel.
that requires a link, a hard link. Do any of you have a hard link?
No, we have no equipment.
Can I look for one?
Sure. Roll investigation.
It's a 5.
You don't find one. I'm almost 100% sure that you don't even know what one looks like.
I really don't want to leave this guy behind, but like I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
You see the Triton woman just kind of look back at you. What's done is done. We have to get out of here. Do you not? Whatever caused this mess, I don't want to be around for when it comes back. And she looks in the hallway and sees the footprints. And then she looks to the left. So the hallway to the right has the blood and shit. The hallway to the left is clean and appears to be untouched except for one solitary pair of footprints coming from that hallway. Blood red footprints.
Leah's gonna see the like gory scene and just like be traumatized by it, bro. I've never seen anything like that. Eep.
You've never seen so many intestines not inside somebody.
I would like to try and like sniff out like if it seems more deadly to go down that path or if it's long since.
That would be a survival roll, my friend.
Would Jebidiah notice Leah being very uncomfortable?
It's a
to the side of the
22.
blood.
Yeah, I think she exclaimed out loud in character.
The eep.
Eep.
Yeah.
Which for it's just like she's like shaking, she's looking around, eyes bugging out.
I feel like Jebidiah just like lifts her and puts her on top of his shoulders because he's walking bipedally at this point.
Is that it? Do you consent there, Leah?
Oh hell yeah! In the moment, she's like, "Ah," but then upon eep. But upon like actually sitting on his shoulder, it's surprisingly comfortable and like cozy. It's like a definite change in temperature, being able to
He
have
rises.
have contact to fur also.
Well, he like looks tiny feet, blood. Like he's like that doesn't seem comfortable.
With the 22, you can tell that you're not using necessarily smell as much as you're using your fear instincts, as your connection to your rodent form gives you very strong senses about danger. And you can tell that whatever danger has been here is no longer here. But you can tell there's like a strong sense of fear when you look down the hallway to the left with the single pair of footprints. Eve kind of like leans out the door and just kind of looks both ways. I'm sorry, I haven't introduced her yet. The Triton woman looks out the door, kind of looks both ways. Looks like the coast is clear. Which way do you think it is to get out of here?
I feel like that hallway with the single footprints, it smells like death more. And I don't want that. I think that's not the move. No.
Squald, as you step into the puddle of blood that's in front of the door, you can hear a sizzle as it starts to like lightly boil underneath your feet. You now also see what everyone else sees.
Be careful, the blood is harmful.
I think all blood is harmful if you carry disease.
Wait, do you mean like acidically, or is it just
No, it's just you.
Oh gosh,
You're a hot
burning
tiefling.
my feet up, bro.
You're a hot tiefling, bro. I gotta fucking ham it up, right? So you see the Triton woman just kind of like, all right. The little one says the smell of death is from that way, and it does appear that more people have gone the other way. So perhaps the exit is to the right.
I look at Leah, kind of look down. How sure are you?
Well, she would be looking at eye contact essentially because I'm 6'9" and she's another 3 feet. So She's on top of my shoulder.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
Oh, that's funny though, because
I love that he's still looking down though, because he do be 7'4", so he's almost like bending down to look at her and squint and be like, "Bitch, I will get eye to eye with you."
What do you ask?
He's asking like how sure I am.
Oh,
and I'm like,
Definitely smells like death.
All right, I'm gonna start walking to the left, but I want to keep my wits about me.
as you start walking to the left.
Or not left, the right. I said the right, didn't I?
Nope.
No, you said
I meant the right. Sorry.
As you start walking to the right, you as you kind of eye the dead body of the Union officer, you notice that his gun, which was an assault rifle, appears to have been peeled, is the best way I can describe it. Almost as if the insides of the gun wanted to be outside of the gun. As you see, like, kind of all of this carnage as you pass by, the Triton woman, noticing you start walking, she starts follow. She looks at the pair of Jebidiah and Leah, just kind of like shrugs and starts following Squald.
Also starts following, but proceeds to like look up to Leah and be like, "Hey, I once saw a pirate turn a gun inside out like that. He put a cork in the end of it and shot it. It was a dumb decision." I'm like making small talk while he's like walking through the bloody hallway.
Bear man.
she's like,
Oh, no way. I've never seen anything like that. Is he okay?
I have no idea.
Bear
Squald
man.
I am just a man. Not. You can refer to me as Who Man or Jebidiah.
Bear man, make yourself less big.
He like looks around and looks down.
You're telling
Do
him
you
to...
feel intimidated there, devil man?
No. I don't want you to be seen. Make yourself less big. You goofy motherfucker.
The Triton woman just kind of looks at Squald with an eyebrow raised and looks at
What?
the obviously large bear.
Why?
I just like follow behind him. I'm just like, shut the fuck.
With your shoulders.
I'm basically okay. Let me.
He's telling me to
give
pipe
you some,
down.
No, he's telling you to go stealth.
I don't have a stealth. I'm not like a
Well,
stealthy character.
as the Triton woman kind of notices this is all happening, she just kind of goes, maybe lead by example. And she like kind of crouches and starts moving really slow.
Thank you, the wondrous woman, whatever your name is.
Eve. You can call me Eve.
Whatever.
Thank you, Eve. And I just kind of like shrug my shoulders down a little bit and walk on my tiptoes. Like,
Roll for it. Roll for stealth, brother.
Yeah, roll it.
You're in my head, you're my sniper, bro. I need you not to be seen.
I got a 17 plus 0. So I got a 17 with a Leah on my back.
Which would not, yeah, she's a small person. She's not gonna.
Bro, she like literally as soon as he does that, she could just crawl onto my shoulder. Like, same difference.
She can stay on the, yeah, it doesn't matter. So as you see Jebidiah kind of like start doing the bear tippy, I imagine Jebidiah is kind of like Kronk when he's trying to sneak, kind of talking to himself a little bit.
You got this, bear. You're gonna get right to it there, buddy. You're tiptoeing with the best of them there, partner in crime. Yeah, that's right.
I'd like to perceive everything in front of me again.
Hell yeah. Just real quick, so that we can do this before, it gets 50 minutes into the episode. Eve kind of like, as she's falling in line, kind of looks back. You said your name was Jebidiah, correct?
Yeah, my friends call me Jeb.
Jeb. And the curious creature that you're holding?
Leah.
Leah. And she looks at Squald, who's still walking away. And, Mr. Hothead, if we're going to die here, I would at least like to know our names.
It's not Hothead. It's Half Horn.
Oh, I could see that, because you only have half a horn. Or is that because you have trouble in the bedroom? Either way.
Your name is Half Horn?
That's what you can call me.
Half Horn. Okay.
More
I don't
like
judge.
half-mast, am I right?
Eve lets out a little giggle, and she just kind of goes, all right, HH, lead the way. As you roll perception.
They all feel a heat wave rush past them.
Testy.
As he begins to look forward again. I got a 16.
Hey.
Plus 1, so 17.
So you notice the footprints going around the corner follow the trail of blood. And as you kind of like lean your back up against the wall on the corner and then just slowly tilt your head so you peek around the corner, you kind of it is even worse. Somehow this entire hallway has been painted a dark red of coagulating blood, as it just appears that almost 20 or so, by your quick estimations, Union officers in various states of imploded. Same as the guns, almost as if their insides wanted to become outsides. But as you look down the hallway, you notice that there is a doorway that is kind of creaking and then doing a opening and closing very quickly, as if it is malfunctioning. And above the doorway, it says storage. Across the hall from there, it looks as if all of the steel has been peeled back from the wall and just a gaping hole in the wall as you look down the hall. None of the others would have seen this. Do you relay this information to the party as they're kind of like they're kneeling, waiting, looking at you as you kind of look around the corner? Eve, just what do you see?
I kind of look at them and point to the door.
They can't see it because it's around the corner.
I just like walk around the corner where he's at now. Like I catch up to him and I'm
There's okay. So how would I word this?
Gross?
It's real gory up here, but there's a door at the end of the hallway.
So go ahead.
No, as I catch up, I'm like, yep, it's a bloody mess up here. And I like look over at the storage. I wonder,
which is about 30 feet away from you on the left.
Oh boy.
I wonder if they got our stuff in there. Half horn, man. You want to go check it out?
He looks over at Jeb. We have no choice.
Wait. Sniff test. I just want to make sure that
with all of this blood and guts, that DC is going to be high as hell, but you can roll that survival.
Honestly, Jeb is a continuous sniffer, so it's probably about that time.
I feel like we should all roll. I want to kind of roll investigation for like booby traps and shit.
Okay. Everybody roll now.
22.
I got
another one?
Damn.
Another one.
So I would like to argue, since I'm hunting for my things, can I use my Iron Resolve to use a +2 to my survival check?
Because you're tracking yourself?
Yeah, I'm trying to smell my own scent of my own things in the storage room.
I like it.
Loud.
Bet. So that's +4.
Iron Resolve, for people who don't know, is a homebrew background feature.
On a 19, so that makes it a 23.
Nice. +2? Or is that
no, that's including the +2.
Okay.
Because I already have a +2 to survival, so it was +4, 19 +3.
okay? So yeah, Iron Resolve is his background feature, which gives him a feature that he can use, and then also a +2 to survival rolls based on tracking people, because he's a bounty hunter. Now, that being said, Squald or Halfhorn, HH, you see, as you're kind of like looking in the hallway, no real signs of anything significant, except that the footprints that led you around this corner also appear to go into that room, the storage room, which again is 30 feet away from you on your left. The giant gaping hole is 30 feet away from you on your right. And 90 feet from where you stand, all the way down at the end, you see an exit sign pointing down another hallway to the left of that exit sign. That being said, the 22 sniff, which is hilarious to imagine both Jebidiah and Leah sniffing at the same time, trying to figure something out. Now, Leah, you can tell the concentration of fear that was once in this room is palpable. It's as if 20 people had a panic attack in this room, which makes sense considering they're in a puddle on the ground.
Oh boy.
Jebidiah, that unique bramblebush stained, sweat stained scent of your leather vest, you're picking it up, and it is definitely coming from the storage room. Eve kind of like turns the corner. By the gods, this is a fucking bloodbath.
I'm almost
Watch your words. There ain't no
sauntering.
guys in this play.
Go ahead, Jeb.
Jeb's like sauntering towards the storage room at the smell of his like leather.
Wait, are you sure that's a good idea? As Eve like runs to catch up with you.
So the
I would
room that
hope so.
the room that smells like fear is the storage room, correct?
No, it's the hallway that you're in.
So my 22 didn't give me any indication of storage versus storage. Okay. So I'm along for the ride then. I'm just like, ah! As we make a beeline for whatever has got this man.
Squald kind of
On the
pushes
hunt.
Eve first forward.
Hey, don't you know not to touch a lady? The fuck?
Shut the fuck up.
She kind of gives you like a
Damn.
side eye, and she stops and like does like a spin, and you see like she has this look in her eyes, and it resonates with Squald because it is the look of a person who's not afraid to die for what she believes in. And she looks up at you like she's like 6 foot, so she's tall for a woman, but she also is looking straight a foot and a half up to see you eye to eye. And she kind of stands there. She just goes, "Now's not the time, but one day I'll make you eat those words."
Squald just puts his knuckles together. Oh, I can't crack my knuckles. There we go.
Yes, very intimidating. Except I've put down bigger boys than you, and I'd do it again. You can tell like there's a sense of power emanating from this woman as she turns back around and walks towards Jebidiah in the storage room.
He's just chaotic evil. He just doesn't care. He wants.
Jebidiah got the heebie-jeebies from the woman in power.
Don't be intimidated.
As we're moving to that new location, can I check for my bud?
Yes. Okay, Leah, how are you looking for Bud?
So I want to use like plant speech to try and reach him.
All right. What is plant speech for the people at home? Remember, you don't have to read the entire thing. There are specific sections that will tell you exactly what you need to know. Just read those.
So when I cast plant speech, my senses align with the subtle vibrations of plants around me. So I can feel like the whispering of their leaves, the soft hum of their stems. So if I like focus my thoughts and try and speak to them gently, I can communicate with them and they can respond. So I'm going to attempt to try and reach out to him and see if we've gotten any closer. Set out like a 30-foot radius.
So, Jeb, as you're watching, you see Leah's nose start like twitching nervously as you see on her cheeks tiny whiskers kind of grow out and start vibrating at a high frequency. Like literally they're like almost like hummingbird wings that they're vibrating so quickly. What's up?
And in her head/implant speech, she says,
Bud, I'm looking for you. Are you here? Are you near me?
After a few seconds, silence. Is that you, Leah?
Eep.
Are we gonna go home now?
Bud. I'm gonna find you, Bud. I'm gonna find you. Where are you at? We're gonna go home now.
Do I hear any of this at all, or is this only in her head?
it looks like my...
She looked crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
Let me just pull up plant speech here. Make sure.
Or is she just like squeaking like a mouse?
If it doesn't specify, I would like for it to look like as those whiskers are vibrating, she's kind of making like a weird humming noise because essentially the communication is a vibration thing. And like she would be doing like a ohm, almost like a
You know I'm gonna make you do that in your voice, right? That's what you hear. that's what you hear. And you don't hear anything else. And as Leah communicates with Bud just kind of I don't know, but I've been here for a really long time. At least 2 seasons. Where have you been?
I'm pretty sure I've been trapped in goo.
That's not good. Can you help me? I'm trapped underneath a bad-smelling jacket.
This man's voice makes me sleepy.
Yes.
Oh,
I can help you. I just have to find you.
I feel I can there's lockers and there's
I should be coming up on the storage
lights.
door, right?
Oh, you are already there. All of you are already there while she's doing this.
I'm listening, Bud. There's lockers and what?
There's a door that keeps making a lot of noise.
Like opening and closing, like
Yeah, kinda. It's like kashish, kashish, kashish. You know?
Good job.
I think I know. I think I know where that is.
Leah just exclaims out loud in common as everyone looks up at her. You see Eve just be like, okay, what is it exactly?
It is 100% guarantee that my best friend in the whole wide world is behind those doors that are going. I need to go there.
Okay, your best friend is behind that door. By the way, none of you know that she's talking about a plant. All of you assume she's talking about a person because that's the most logical fucking thing to assume. So Eve's kind of just like, okay, so let's save your friend and then get the fuck out of here. This is a nightmare.
Deal. Thank you.
How do we get through this door?
I would like to investigate the door.
Roll it. Roll it. If anyone wants to help, then you can add another investigation roll in there.
Hell yeah.
I got 16.
16. You're a grandmother.
I got a 12.
So the thing that you notice about this, Leah, is there's like a specific timing between the door opening and closing. There's like exactly around 3 seconds in between the opening and closing. Jebidiah, you notice something very peculiar. The reason why it's clanking so much, it appears as if the lock mechanism has been initiated. So you see the bars sticking out that normally would lock the door, but the door is still open and it's just slamming that lock into itself. And it would be rather painful if you got caught between those two things.
Outside of that, do I see anything like close that I could like possibly jam in the door to keep it open?
There are several, if not more, baker's
We
dozen.
could use Eve.
Eve just kind of, well, first of all, you didn't say it in character, so I'm going to assume you didn't say it in real life. But second of all, there are a plethora of imploded assault rifles all over this hallway. You don't even have to, like, you're fucking basically standing in a sea of them.
Jebidiah wants to take what barrels are left and kind of like mold them together, like you know how like PVC pipe.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a mechanics check, and I'm gonna give you advantage because you are pretty well versed in guns.
Give me the money. We got a 5 on the first one. We got a 13 on the second one.
Oh, that's fucking unfortunate for me. As you like look through the gun, most of the barrels have been completely like imploded. But as you look and you pull back on one of the assault rifles you picked up, there is a latch for the stocks. And you notice that you can take the stock off of these assault rifles. It's about 6 inches in length.
So it's got like a buffer tube in the back of it. Perfect. I
don't really know guns, but yeah.
So
explain for the people who might not know.
There's for an AR, there is where you would attach your stock. You can also attach like a buffer. It like essentially helps with the recoil. And you can also attach better stocks on top of that buffer tube to help you with that recoil as well.
And essentially,
a lot of people have been putting buffer tubes on instead of stocks because of legalization in the United States right now.
See, stuff I don't know living in California. I don't know any of this shit.
So, but essentially, it's just like a 6-inch PVC pipe that you stick on the end that has some.
You're cutting in and out, bud.
Sorry.
Okay.
So he wants to connect as many of these as he can find into like as long of a stick that he can make out of them, essentially.
Because I mean, there's
spreading
a baker's dozen. So how big do you want it?
Just large enough to open the door for like Leah and maybe Eve. Like,
so you'd only need about 2 of them.
Yeah. So just
need like a foot of clearance. As you see Jebidiah disassembling, then reassembling the parts of the guns, you see Eve going, that's a good idea there, Jebidiah. Are you planning on jamming it in the door?
So you do got some brains. That's what we need. I can't be the only one thinking around here. Thank you for helping me out there with that's exactly what I would like to do in this particular situation there, ma'am. That wasn't supposed to be an insult. That was more of a and as you can see, Jebidiah start panicking.
Oh yeah. so Eve just kind of like laughs. She's like, "Oh, you are a nervous bear. Okay. I mean, sorry. Who man?"
He like cringes and is like, "Yep, I'm a human. That is me.
Eve.
Thank you for the respect." There,
you see Eve kind of like put her hand on her head and just kind of like
Shake off the cringe.
She literally cannot believe that she's in this situation with these fucking people. As she just goes, all right then, make sure you aim well. Those doors could take off your hand if you get too close.
I could just throw Leah through the door on a 3-second timer.
Again, you're not saying this in character, so
that's true. I gotta stop brainstorming out loud.
Yeah. That being said, Jeb, sleight of hand.
Sure. I would also not like to argue for anything because you've given me a freebie with that last one, so I'm gonna just roll my dice and pray to the math rocks. We got a 12.
12. As you are trying to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You're not the best at music. You never have been. It's kind of Nina's thing. But you did lay down some drums for her when she asked for it. So you kind of get it. As you put the rod in, you manage to jam the rod between the door, but the sheer pressure of the doors closing on the rod, because you timed it too early, it causes a harsh vibration as you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage. Is your hand, it hurts your hand. It was so hard. But the rod stays between them, and you see the door just trying to, it's not opening again. It's trying to complete its task of closing. So it is now, bless you, open.
Click. Eat your
on.
Edo.
Oh, I mean, hold on. I'm in death saves from the.
Sir, eat your Edo.
You guys didn't long rest. You would have had a long rest. I should have mentioned that. My bad. You've been asleep for a while.
Okay. Yeah. Boom.
It will make you feel better if you eat your Edo now.
Yeah. As the vibration shook him. I'm gonna wait until I get some. I'm gonna have the munchies here soon. I have a feeling, so I'm gonna save it for when I'm in a more hungry mood. There, little lady, and he shoulders down to let her get off of his shoulder to let her go through the door.
She's gonna shrug. She's gonna be like,
Suit yourself.
and she's gonna hop off the arm and she's gonna go, thanks for the ride. Scooch through the doors.
As she's scooching through the doors, he's like, and if you see my jacket, my jeans, and my chaps, please bring those back to me. There should also be a cowboy hat in there. Hopefully, it isn't gone. But if you could bring those back for me. Please.
Jacket, jeans, chaps,
3
cowboy
seconds.
hat.
She's gonna look at Squald.
You got any clothes in there you need?
If you really think about it, 3 seconds is enough time to get through this door.
The door's jammed open right now.
Yeah. 3 or as many as we need. Do you need any clothes from in there? Are you missing anything?
I don't think so.
Sick.
Eve just you walk around in your underwear. That explains a lot. As she kind of ducks under the rod and goes into the room also. As Leah and Eve enter this room, there are, as promised, your things all kind of neatly put into this room on a table, hanging on hooks also if it's a jacket. And you see on the table, in the little, you said crocheted, hemp freaking satchel that you have for him.
Yeah, macrame
Hemp satchel. Underneath a large leather vest. And he's just, you see Bud sitting there on the table as Eve walks in behind you and immediately goes, ah! She walks over to the table and starts picking up some of the equipment on the end of the table, which seems to be a very tight-fitting kind of Spec Ops looking suit as she zips it all the way up, puts a jacket on, pulls out a rather intimidating looking pistol, cocks it, checks the chamber, puts it back, flips it around in her hand, puts it in a holster as she looks around. Leah, didn't you say you had a friend in here? I don't see anybody.
As she says that, Leah is like running to the vest, pulls it to the side, revealing him. It's a little like succulent plant. You can look up like a picture of him, but essentially he is like a bright green one that's got these little like round florets. They come to a point, and then he's in an acorn pot. And she picks up the satchel that's wrapped around it, throws it over her shoulder, and starts hugging him. And she starts making that noise, but to everyone else, it sounds like. And to him, it sounds like. But it's been so long. I told you I would save you, and we're here. I did it.
Can you stop hugging me so hard? While you're doing your weird humming thing, Eve is just gonna. Oh, right. Yes, I do believe that you are all certified. That's fine.
Turns and looks to her tearfully and is like, "Meet Bud.
He's my best friend."
Your friend is a plant. Okay. We don't have time for this. And she grabs like some of the clothing off, and it's massive clothing. Like both sets of clothing are just massive. And underneath is a pistol and both of them, 2 pistols technically. And you see Eve kind of, I wonder if she grabs them, checks them also. They both are loaded. She kind of like nods. I'm guessing these belong to our compatriots outside. Very well. She pulls all the jacket and everything over her shoulders and kind of like dips back through the hole.
Wait, what did she mean by compatriots outside?
You find out what she meant as she immediately like starts holding up this massive pile of clothing. And you recognize some of your clothes, and Jebidiah recognized some of his clothes.
Oh yeah, I'll take my clothes in.
Yeah, we didn't want to be running around in our underwear, did we?
I didn't really care.
And she pulls out the pistols. Do these belong to you,
He snatches one before she finishes the sentence.
Oh, I'm guessing that's... And then she turns it over, handle first, and holds it out to Jeb. I'm guessing this is yours.
I got my clothes back, right?
Yep.
So
Jeb's
I take the Cheeto out of my nutsack pack and put it in my jacket
Can we
pocket.
explain what our clothing looks like?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
So
You can go ahead.
mine was a bright white
Tank top, shirt.
Why did I expect anything? It's covered in blood, by the way.
I was covered in a little bit of blood, not too much. It sits really nice against my flesh, pecs, and my chest, and my muscles kind of see through it a little bit. And then I have these baggy kind of cargo pants that are a little bit bloody too, and they kind of sag off my waist. They kind of hang onto my waist a little bit, so you see my drawers a little bit underneath them. And then you also see me. It was in my pocket. It was kind of dusty. I kind of blew it off a little bit, smoke up a little bramble bush smoke in my pocket. And then that's
Cool.
that's Squald.
You see Eve kind of just like, yep, that makes perfect sense. I'm guessing you're from the 88 Mile, huh? Are you the real thick shady? As she kind of looks over to the rest of... So let's do Jebidiah next.
So Jebidiah puts his jacket, his like leather biker vest on first. It's got some patches from his past lives. He has a pair of like not cargo, like blue jeans. He has like blue jeans, like work jeans, like cowboy cut jeans. And then over him he has a pair of assless chaps, leather assless chaps.
All
So
chaps
cool.
are inherently assless.
Well,
It's just.
I'm over here thinking you're gonna have like overalls with the one strap hanging down.
Nope, I'm a full on biker bear, pirate biker bear, Ho-Man, and as he like reaches up and puts his cowboy hat on, up in the brim, you see there's also a joint rolled in the brim, and he like lights his joint. And he's like,
also dusty.
Also dusty, but he doesn't wave the dust off. He just smokes it with the human remain ashes on it.
You see Eve kind of like flat swatting it. Is this really the time? As she looks over at Leah, who can now describe herself.
So Leah has been like putting together her jacket, utility, light blue, like nice high collar, turtleneck, and then these bright green goggles puts on her head. Back in action, baby. She's like looking around at everybody getting all suited up. It's actually really cool.
Yes, I hate to dispense the pleasantries, but should we get the fuck out of here?
I mean, yeah.
It says exit.
Squald kind of flicks his joint away, stops leaning on whatever he was leaning on, and when he takes his hand away from the counter, he realizes it was in a little bit of blood. And then he starts walking towards the exit sign and does another little check in the hallway to see like what's going on. As
you get to the end of the hallway, you have to step over corpses. Lots of corpses. Go ahead.
I would just like to mention that Leah has never smoked anything, nor has she ever been like hanging around with someone who smoked anything. And they both just like immediately light it up. And she's like, what have I gotten myself into? She's just like,
oh, the bear definitely has offered Leah like a puff if she wants one. Hey, my dearest Leah, one for the road.
You see the Triton woman like shaking her head, just like.
Hey, more for me. If not, I just like start puffing it again. Like
she scratches her head. She's like,
maybe after I do some more studying about it. I don't mind if you partake, though. I'll leave it secondhand at best for now.
I look at the plant is in like plain view now, right?
He looks like he's in like a little net that I have attached to me like a purse, so you can definitely see him.
Oh, my apologies. I must have. I'm rude. My bad. And then he just starts like walking down. He's like, she's one of those like hippies that like loves the plants and doesn't want to smoke plants or something.
That's actually not a bad guess.
No, not at all. No offense over here. Don't mind us. I think he actually might like it. I don't know.
and so he like
he would like, you know what? We'll save that for another time. That's a plant, you know that.
Bramblebush is an invasive species where I'm from. He says to Leah.
Yeah, apparently it's an invasive species where he's from. He's hilarious.
Burn them all.
Squald kind of walks past. He's like walking over bodies. On his left comes up Leah talking to her plane, kind of looks down and just looks forward and keeps going, just shaking his head like very slightly.
As you guys make it to the end of the hallway, stepping over these bodies, you turn to the left and there's another hallway, but this one seems relatively unscathed except for the fact there are 5 sets of footprints heading towards the exit, and you see a bloody handprint on the exit door. It's big double doors, says exit on the top. Double doors! It says exit on the top.
Well, I'm definitely going towards the exit.
Eve's right behind you. Yep.
Did the bodies have any like helmets or anything on them, or like any like shoes or anything?
Well, they have shoes.
I'll make this quick. I just want to throw something down the hallway just to make sure there's nothing that's gonna fucking kill us.
So you turn, you grab a shoe. As you pick it up, you're like, wow, this is a fucking heavy shoe. Oh, there's a bone sticking out of the top. This is a foot in a shoe. Okay. Give me an athletics.
+5. 24.
You literally lightly like toss you basketball jump shot the fucking foot. Roby, as you throw the foot down the hallway, it looks like you're just doing no effort throw to everyone else, but the foot just like fucking bolts down the fucking hallway and smacks into the door, causing the door to open a little and then close. Nothing happens.
Let's go. Let's go.
Eve's like right behind you.
I want to be back on Jebidiah's shoulder. So the way she's gonna do it is Leah's gonna turn to him and be like,
Pardon me, Mr. Jebidiah, man. Is there any way you would assist me again in the transportation situation?
I mean, you have shoes on now, right?
Ew.
It's a little demeaning to carry around someone on your shoulders for no reason, but I mean, I wouldn't mind, I suppose, if you did ask nicely. So he just like grabs her by the jacket, like like a cat.
Let's go.
No, really, it's fine. You don't have to demean yourself. I don't need to be demean.
It's already. She's already.
Now that you're on the shoulder,
as she's going up.
now that you're on his shoulder, he definitely has a much more distinct smell now that he has his clothes.
Definitely Bramblebush.
Describe it. Oh, this Bramblebush.
Oh yeah,
Bramblebush sweat, probably some blood. Some probably
motor oil.
Definitely some like motor oils. Also like gunshot residue.
And just that smell of wild bear.
Also, probably trash chicken and like other various fast food establishments and Ma's Kitchen. Probably some alcohol as well. Definitely has some vodka to him.
This is really getting layers.
Sensory.
You could definitely smell his breath on it from when he falls asleep. It drools on his jacket.
Yep.
A sensory feast, bro. I'm sniffing. Whoa.
As Squald and
It's a lot to
Eve
take in.
She doesn't mind though. She got the plant on her lap now, kicking her feet a little.
I'm gonna accidentally smoke that one day.
Squald and Eve make it to the exit door. As Eve puts her shoulder to the door and holds up her pistol, she looks at Squald. Are you ready, Double H?
Without hesitation, he boots the door in.
This is Hapless Luna. As you kick the doors open and walk out, Eve follows behind. Everybody following?
Oh yeah.
To say the air is fresh would be a disservice to air. As you exit the building, the familiar polluted air of the block, level 3, begins to fill your lungs. And the smell that you had just been enduring kind of releases out into the world. As you look around, at first thing you would notice is that you're in a pitch black, which is weird for Iris Luna, because there's a city that never sleeps. Lights on all the time. But you're in a pitch black parking lot with all of the building behind you kind of nondescript, almost like a empty office building someone left behind. As you immediately walk out into the dark, you hear Eve go, "Wait." As you suddenly see poof, 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 3 giant spotlights appear out of the darkness, nearly blinding you, as you all hold your hands up. And you hear, "This is the Iris Luna Police Department. You are all under arrest for suspected trespassing. Please surrender your weapons and come peacefully." And that is where I'm going to end your session 1. Thank you for listening to WeTogether. Find all of our links on our Linktree or join our amazing Discord community at WeTogether Gaming to chat about the story, share your thoughts, and hang out with the cast and GM. If you'd like to support us, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/WeTogetherGaming. You'll get exclusive access to our behind-the-scenes podcast, where we talk about our favorite moments, dive into character work, and have long-form discussions about the story every week. If you're all caught up and looking for more, check out the actual play podcast Hapless Heroes, now in its second season, featuring me, your GM, as a player, available on all streaming services. A quick thank you to our top-tier patrons, GxLobes and my Momma. Your support means the world to us. Until next time, stay adventurous, and remember, whatever we do it better together.